Is my voice is coming to you? Because I cannot hear you, but you can, in chat area, you can write it that the voice is okay. By this way, I will be able to start. So that if my voice is clear, I'm going to start my presentation.
This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, everybody. This is Tekin speaking. Today I'm going to present you about how two systems can work together, because Tilos is a #1 time location system owned by Trimble, and isetia is cloud-based project collaborating, planning collaborating system, which help our customers track the progress on site in using internet, and also able to upload the document, comment, risk, construction related activities which is planned in Tilos. And before my presentation, I just would like to give very short introduction about myself. Almost 20 years I'm working for project management field. I'm a civil engineer, and my focus is majorly for linear projects and agile and BIM area. And I've been working in many different technologies like on Primavera, Tilos, Power Projects, isetia, and CustOS, and holding a couple of important certification program in my career regarding the project management. I'm also very proudly would like to share with you, me personally deliver the services over 500 customers in worldwide. And I help our customers for increasing their planning and controlling and estimating capabilities. On these purposes, in all around the world, I'm traveling time to time and delivering some webinars and conferences, and I have some white papers and books, so that you can follow me in LinkedIn and more about my articles, more about my sharing informations. And my company is a Future Network Development. We are based in Poland, and we deliver a project management system together with our international partners. We are proudly mentioning that together with our international partner, we have more than 450 professionals, engineers who deliver project management system for the construction, oil and gas, and the power distribution industry. We are representing project management system like Power Project, UK-based, one of the best project management system for the scheduling and cost controlling. And isetia is, today we will speak about it, for portfolio program project management, cloud-based system, help to managing the contracts, help to managing the processes with integrated risk issue management. And Tilos is a time location system owned by Trimble. And this is one of the best market leader and one of the best project management system in linear project, infrastructure project. And CostOS is again cost estimation system, cost analyze system, and UK-based system. And this is also one of the really best cost estimation system we proudly distribute together with our other systems. And today we will speak about two systems, but one integration, which allow us to be able to plan and control our project, because project management is very important, and you need to have right solution in each stages and each phases. How much you plan better, it's good for you, but at the same time, planning will be more meaningful if you get the right data from the field, because we always say planning never ends. That's why you plan at the beginning of project, but because of the circumstances and issues and the performance, you need to all the time replan. To be able to replan, you need to analyze what is the current performance, what is the current status of the work. That's why it is very important to get the real data from the field. I choose the one example for infrastructure for building the bridge from point A to point B. And we also have sections that, because you know that in the road, in the railway, metro, in infrastructure, we are dividing our big project in the phase or the sections. So that I divided for 4 sections, and this is horizontal for project map, which is that we are going to build our project from point A to point B. What we do for this vertical segmentation, in horizontal, we just want to make for piling and the pile cap and pier elevation and pier heads, and on the top of it, steel decking. So that our major goal is building, let's say, the bridges, and this is much clear picture which gives an idea what I'm going to do today for planning similar kind of project which has 17 piers. So that what we do under the water, we need to do piling and the pile cap and the pier elevation and pier head, and on the top of it, steel decking. Just I mentioned about that piling means 10% of the progress of total piers, and pile cap is cumulative in 25%. When we achieve the pier elevation, it means that 50% of the work done, and pier head is a 75%. And on the top of it, that pier head, when we do steel decking, and it means that our pier work is 100% completed. So that I would like to get the data from the field and understand which pier has been completed, how many percent we have progress in each which area. In Tilos, we have excellent interface for planning that kind of construction projects, which is on the top of it. Please see that this is the pier number 1, and here I have pier number 2, pier number 3, and you can see that this is the pier number 17. So that I'm going to plan 17 sets of the piers, and station means that this is the start location and the 0 point, and 45 meters, 95 meters, 155 meters, and this is the showing also chainage right away on the top of it. So that this is our location and this distance area. We have also possibilities to have time. Time is here for March, April, May, June, July. I keep on the weekly planning, but you can do daily, hourly, no problem. And this is that piling, and you can see that the same graphical activities in Tilos, we can plan it. And you can see that pier number 1 is going to start on 3rd of April and going to end up first week of the April. So, sorry, that we start in March, beginning of March, and we end up beginning of April. So it's approximately 1 month job. So that you can see that second pier we started, and we are building the second piers. And at the same time, while second pier is on the elevation area, we start piling work in the pier number 3. So that you can see that it's very easy for me to explain you that at the moment in the May, we are going to have pier number 3 completed, and pier number 4, we are starting at the beginning of that time for piling work. And by this way, the same graphical activity view I can display on the time location diagram, so that you can see that even not planner, any team member in my team able to read this project sketch. So that what I do now, I start from pier number 1 till, let's say, pier number 9. And here you can see that we are just planning it. And then pier number 11, I'm starting here at the beginning of April, so that the second section with the second crew, I'm planning for the second sections. All right. So that's, you can see it. We have now completed our 17 piers. And one mistake that is here very easily visible, that I mentioned about 17 piers, but you can see that there is no plan on the pier number 10. So that you can see on this line, I forget the planning pier number 10. One of the advantage for Tilos gives you very clear picture, one-page report, and explain you which activities are planned, which activities are forgotten. It's many times happening in the Gantt chart-based system. We forgot many times to planning some area. In the end, we just find out that we forgot it. And this is a 17 piers. It's not a big and large project, but consider it. Sometimes we do 3,000 meters, 3,000 kilometers projects, and we've forgotten many areas planning something. That's why it is one of the advantage for Tilos is displaying and immediately warning you that you have forgotten the pier number 10. Another big advantage here, you can see that we have one crew here and one crew here, so that if you see that first week of the June, you can ask me, please tell me, Tekin, first week of June, where we are working. You can just come here, and I can say that pier head in the 4 is completed. We are having in the pier 5 elevation, in the pier 6 foundation, and getting ready for piling activities in the pier 7, and at the same time completed steel decking on the pier number 12 and elevation on the pier number 13. That you can see where you go to first week of July, and the line, you can see that 7 is completed, pier elevation on the 8, and here pier elevation on the 9, and at the same time you can see which activities are ongoing. This is an excellent reporting, excellent planning techniques. That's why people invest on Tilos, and Tilos gives the #1 time location system for our customers. Of course, one of the aim today to show you when we plan, we need to update our schedule, because Tilos has Gantt charts, which is, you can see that pier number 1 and pier number 17, and also you can have it in Tilos for pier planning. And here, this is the level 1 in the work breakdown structures. The idea is that when you have Gantt charts in Tilos, bringing in the web in isetia, and in isetia, you can see that the same data, the same dates, the same duration, you can easily import it to isetia from the Tilos. Major idea is that when you plan with the one planner, you need maybe 25 people to update the data for the schedule for physical work, start dates, end date, actual man hours, planned man hours, document, issues, risk, comments, remarks, checklist, and these are all the elements which is impacting our project schedule. That's why we give the platform in cloud to be able to update the planned schedule and send back information to scheduler that we have completed this part of the work. Of course, we have agile-based approach, which is, it is graphical way again, able to upload the task progress, like you can see that when you have in Tilos, task ID, task name, plan start date, plan finish date, all data, we can convert it in web, and we can let the responsible resource or responsible manager from the peer able to enter the progress data and send back to Tilos. We will make live demo. It will be much simple and easy to explain you in this case. That from the desktop application, planning engineering system, #1 system in the world, we can easily moving this one to cloud. So that I said in cloud, you can see that these are the peer #1, peer number 7, and you can have the Gantt charts and select the activities and enter the progress. All right. I just get some warning that my voice is not coming to some people. Can you hear my voice? Is that okay? My voice is clear? I got confirmation. My voice is clear by many of you. Probably some of our attendees has local issues. Please check your microphones. All right. Okay, so that what we do, we bring it Tilos data in isetia and then enter the progress. We have methodology in isetia. The methodology means that you can have repetitive work update by some discipline, which is that we can create the stages for pier piling, pile cap stage, pier elevation, and pier head, and also steel decking, so that you can here also applying system that we can have 10%, 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100% stage progress. And you will be also able to use progress tracking board in isetia, which is the piling is a 10%, pile cap 25%, pier elevation is 50%, so that you can see Pier 1 is now design ready, material on site, permission done, contractor signed agreement. It means that I'm a site engineer or site manager. I can tell my team that, okay, everything is ready, checklist ready, let's start for Pier 1. But if I have all permission ready, material ready, design ready, my people are on site, I will start my work. And then Pier 1 can go to here, for example, for pier cap. And here you can see that you can change the status. And by changing the status, you can see that Pier 1 at the moment in the pier elevation, and the Pier 2 is at piling, and Pier 3 is ready, and we can start the work. So that you can here, moving the, like post-it moved from one stage to another stage, and easily to get here progress data. This approach is allowing our site people able to change the status of the piers with the auto update progress and inform the planner or inform the managers that we are at the moment completed the Pier 1, and Pier 4 is in the elevation stage, 2, 3, 5, 6 is in the pile cap, Pier 5 is at the moment not ready, but we didn't start it. All right, so that let's make it a live demo. First, let's open the tilos. And you can see now, I have prepared the tilos schedule here with the Gantt charts. And you can see this is the pier piling, pile cap, pier elevation, pier head, and steel decking. I'm getting the chats that some people cannot hear it. At the moment, I cannot help you because probably from your side this problem is happening. But what we do, I'm recording this session, and just in case, after the session, we will share with you recorded session with the voice. So that's sorry for this issue. All right, that I need to continue. And you can see that this is pier number 1, and the piling, pile cap, and pier elevations, and the pier head and steel decking. The same for number 2, piling, pile cap, pier elevation, and you can see that you can open the pier number 3, and these are the 17 piers. When you select the 17 piers, we also see that these are the activities, 5 activities under this work breakdown structure activities, and we have responsible person, status of work is unutilized, and now you can also open this in the time location diagram, which is starting for March. This is the Pier 1 and Pier 2, Pier 3, and if you want to see the details of the Pier 1, you can just open by selecting here for the details. You can see that this is the Pier 1, Pier 2, Pier 3, and these are the all the piers. If you want to open the detail level, it's easy for us just to go to summary task, and you can say show all the level 1. You will be able to see that these are the 17 piers which are planned. Thanks God we have not forgotten pier number 10, and this is our tilos program. It's very simple for us creating the one-time entry for the schedule, but please also note that if you have schedule in different format, kind of Primavera, Microsoft projects, or Power Project, you will be able to bring the program from Microsoft, from Asta, from Trimble Business Center to also tilos, okay? But today we are doing opposite. We did in schedule in tilos, and we would like to convert this tilos, and you can also export the data. You can see that we can easily export our data to Excel And we have also Excel plugins. You can select which data you would like to import it and export it, and you can get kind of sample information. This is peer number and the peer ID. Responsible person is coming from the codes, the direct, and these are the status of the work, and plan start, plan finished, and actual start and actual finish. At the moment we don't have. These are the start location and end location. Estimated efforts. If you don't want to use man hours calculation, you can just leave it as a 1. But if you have a resource loaded man hours, you can also load it for estimated man hours, because it can also help you for entering the actual man hours for the work. And person complete, at the moment we have no progress, 0. And of course we can have it, for example, here some other complex things like span length, difficult location, some other coding things you can able to here edit. You can also something edit here manually for after you bring it the Excel file, so that some data can come from Tilos, some data can come also from other system. You can also input it. Now, what I need to do, I need to now log in the system, and this is a cloud base. And now I'm opening our isetia demo center, and it will be able to now allowing me that I log in my projects. And when I log in projects, so that I'm just selecting that this is Tekin, and I log in my live demo center with isetia. And it's of course open now thousands of the project, because isetia allows to user to be able to create thousands of projects, multiple projects. But I would like to just go to isetia board area, not want to speak to the portfolio program and etc. I just want to select it here, here one boards, which is that bridge peer projects. I open it. This is for my templates for peer projects, peer activities. You can see that this is the section 1 and this is the peer work. And here you can say that design, construction, procurements, you can have it kind of work breakdown structure and group and stage, or section 1, section 2, section 3. On the right side, we have piling, pile cap, peer elevation, and the peer head and steel decking in archive, so that you can see that these are the cards. I would like to create it one manual activity, okay? Then I would like to show how Tilos data, thousands of activities, I can convert it to isetia. But to be able to explain you the logic, I'm just creating now first activity manual. You can add the peer here by adding the peer number 1, and the peer name is peer 101A, let's say 01. Planned start date and planned finish date, you can say 31st of March, we are going to finish it. And you can write at the description, this is peer construction work, which in section 1, all right? And you can put it planned efforts, as I mentioned that 1,000 man hours, 2,000 man hours, it depends. But if you don't want to use it, you can just say, okay, I want to save and create my cards. Okay, I created a basic data for cards, all right? And this basic data in the cards, how it look like in the Gantt chart, it's looking like this, that this is the peer number 1, start date, end date, and duration. And we have here Gantt chart, so that you can also fit the page. You can see that this is peer number 1, which I created here. My project is 183 days. When I created the template, I give the project start date and project finish date. That's why it's coming, but peer is going to finish in 30 days. Okay. Now, what we can do, when you create the task, you can also edit here some information. For example, card details. We have start location, end location. It is optional. If it is not a linear work, you don't have to, but if it is linear work, you can say start location 200, end location is 300. Span length, you can mention towers types, is it steel or concrete? These are all customizable, and you can put it that kind of things also. Documents, you can assign the documents to your, your task. You can select, okay, this is the transmittal forms. And also we would like to put it for some drawings, and you can also open the document online, modify it, edit information. You can see that system also have very strong document management capabilities. You can add comments that we need to make faster, and you can just edit comments. We have cost, you can load it the cost. We have logic, which is that peer 1 must be finished before peer 2 and something like this. You can assign the codes, which is that code can help you which contractor is going to work, which kind of area, that kind of things. And we have also checklist. Checklist means that you can allow the updater entering directly progress, or you give them certain checklists. They have to perform it to be able to move the card in the second stage, so that piling work cannot complete it before getting the approval from the project management consultant, so that this will be the milestone for achieving the moving the next stage. All right, so that, okay, let's not put it too much things. You can also edit here issues, you can also edit here many other things, but this is the piling work, and you just select the cards, right, and then move it on the piling stage. When we move the piling stage, it is immediately assigned to resources called Darek Moravsky, because piling activities are responsible by Darek. I define it in system. It's also give me the 10% progress on this activity. 10% progress in activities is, you can see that this is the 10% of the work is completed. And you can open it here. You can also edit another document, another comment, and other things, because this is live data. Or you can select it here, piling work, and move the piling cap. When we move the piling cap, system is warning me that the cart cannot be moved because checklist is not fully done. What does it mean? System not allow me to enter the progress before completing some works. I open the cards, I go to checklist, and system isetia is required from me completing this 5 checklists. 1, letter of accepting start work is received or not received. I'm saying that, okay, we receive it. Performed by check-in, because I am checking and I check this, that this is received. Let's say piling work is completed. I'm saying, yes, piling work is completed by check-in, and I can write it here, comment also, done, all right? So that you can have it here also comment that I did, yes, I did it, and etc. And work checked by inspector. I invite the inspector, and inspector check the work, it's done, and they need to approve it, piling work is completed properly. We are saying, yes, they approve it. And we need documentation. Their approval is not enough. I need to sign document. My site people need to get the document to be able to, for me, all right, to get my payment, so that we would like to have documentation is complete also. So that this 5 stage is okay. When I said okay, now I don't need to manually, by the way, move the cards. We have also here possibilities that, okay, the checklist is done, and you can just go to cart detail, and you can say that, okay, let me just show you, maybe is a minimizing this approach, and it is in the piling stage. When I move approved, cart is immediately moved from piling to pile cap, right? And one thing is very interesting. Now, new resources assigned automatically, because pile cap is responsible by check-in. So that I can open it here. You can see that this is assigned to me because I am responsible manager for piling caps. I need to open again, by the way. I can enter here start dates and start finish dates. This is also plan start, plan finish date for the peer works. I can also have another checklist, and we can have it here, for example, also the checklist. That's the point, that's the idea, because if you want to move it, it will not move again because of the checklist. All right, so let me delete this task, all right? And now I would like to bring it to tilos data, which we have created in tilos, to isetia. So that what I am doing now, I'm going to have now import area for grid line. And I'm selecting the template for tilos imports. I would like to import for card ID, card name, responsible manager, iteration, card stages, and you can see that end location, span lengths, and etc. And select the option for uploads. Browse the file. We can select the file called peer tilos, which is this one, all right? And then when I select open, loaded the Excel file. When I say upload, upload is taking time, let's say in 5 seconds. Now 17 activities which I have in here in Excel in my Cloud Play system, all right? So we have now uploaded here the work, right? We have no actual data, no progress, because it was in Excel, there is no data. But you can look at it, the Excel file, all the start location, end location, all information, what has in Excel correctly moved. It means all data, what we have in tilos in isetia now. So that I'm saying, okay, close it. It's taking, let's say, a few seconds more. Now uploaded my peer number 1, peer number 2, peer number 3, and 4. You can see that we have 17 peers and 17 activities loaded now to my isetia board. How it looks in Gantt charts. I open for sections, and you can see that if you fit the zone, it will show that peer number 1, peer number 17, and these are the same dates, the same duration, the same start date, and the same start finish dates in tilos. Now it's in the web-based system. Now, what we need to do, we need to assign this work to people and get from them data, corrected progress, actual works, actual hours, actual progress, actual dates, actual comments, and etc. So that what I do now, I open here the peer number 1, and now I'm just saying that, okay, this is the peer number 1. The data are coming here. Peer number 1, the status is initialized. It is the Darek Moravsky. And when I go to here in tilos, let me just select it, for example, here. When I select it here, you can see that Darek Moravsky and status is unutilized. That we have coding system, you can bring it more than this also from tilos, so that's some information. In this example, I was not loaded, for example, for cost. That's why there is no cost information coming. This is just the detailed dates and etc. These are the information, all right? So that what we do now, I am selecting peer number 1 and moving the pile work. And you can see that 10% is completed. Peer number 2 and peer number 3. These 3 peers works is started, all right? And the peer number 1, I open it. And I can say that actual start date is 4th. Go to checklist. And I will tell that, okay, we completed this 5 stages, all right? So that now system is saving this and done by check-in and the card info, and I approve the work. And now it's moved to here for the work. By this way, when your card is from left side, the right side is going, you will be able to complete the work. Of course, we can also assign the codes. And if you are going to assign these codes, for example, that clients, let's say, you can have it here, for example, some company name. Okay, this is done by Constance. And when you go to here on the left side, when you select it, you can say, I just want to see the task performed by Tekin. Tekin has a one task. And Darek Moravsky, Darek has that much of task. Unassigned task, there is no unassigned work. So that you can have it here, responsible managers. For the codes, you remember we assigned one code called the Constance, which is that I can just open, I think it was in company, and the company code Constance, there's a one company. So that you can use also coding, filtering, grouping options and searching options, and it will be really helpful. And this is the way how we can handle it. By the way, piling work, pile cap, pier elevation, pier heads, steel decking, and archive. So that at the moment, you can also gather reports, which is, let's say, this is for pier number 1, all right? And when you want to move this to pier elevation, you need to select it again, checklist. And when you select it in checklist, that these are 5 steps also, and approved, it will move to 50%. And assign also again to another person. You can again select and mention that these are the progress, which is selecting and clicking OK. I see one question. Question is, this person complete is always automatic or manual? Both. Depends, system admin or planner or project manager decide. In this example, we don't allow user is manual entering the progress, 75%, you can see here. But the point is that if you would like to have here manual entry, you can say 85%, not 75%. When you select this, you can see that 85% is completed, all right? So that both is possible. You can block by people entering the progress and system automatically calculated, or you can have it also possibilities of the manual entry. By the way, another question: if the checklist can be different in each stage, yes. You can see that when I selected the checklist, this is showing the current stage. If you select all stage, you have here possibilities of all the stage seeing the checklist, and checklist can be different in each stage. All right, you can also add item to checklist. If you are the project manager, there is a new item, you can add the checklist name is get the payment. Okay, so when you added the new one, so that you need to get the payment to be able to start at next stage, so that you can also allow your people move the next stage before getting the payment. This is very important, and really this is a very powerful functionality in our case. When you approve it, the steel decking is moving here. All right, so that now 100% we have completed. Another question, how to get the reports. We have report engine. You can get bar charts, pie charts, S-curves, but this interface itself is report. Let me show you one thing. When you just close the line, you can see that we have 2 piling stage activities, and we have 1 steel decking activities, and we have 14, we have 14 activities for unutilized work. So that this is itself is a report. Another report which you can get from the system is, you remember we have 17 tasks, and you have here burn down charts. So you need to select the peer works, select the burn down charts, And burn down chart is showing now that we have here 17 works. But let me just change the here, this 17, because it's starting from the March. I need to make it here for starting from the 1st, let's say, all right? And here when I show it, please see that 17 activities, remaining activities is 16. So that we are also giving burn down reports, which is that when the blue line touched down, we finish the work. So that blue must go down. And this is our idea for, if you read about the burn down charts, this is the excellent report for tracking the progress also. And we are the first company in construction, oil and gas, and power distribution using this for this. Another one is a stage process map, which is you can see that you can make the rule piling activities can go pile cap, pier elevation, pier head, and steel decking. If the pier is completely not accepted, we need to destroy and start it again. So this is the progress map you just also created. You can assign the issues. You can create issues in each card. When you select the card, right? You can also assign issues. You can assign the nodes. Nodes can be assigned to project. Nodes can be assigned to activities. It's very powerful. And you can assign documents. By the way, document can be from system, or using the drag and drop, you can just select it here, for example, on the desktop. And you can select here, for example, the document. Just drag and drop inside. Now we have attached the protocol documents to task, so that this is also all information in one place, right? And you can see that document has been uploaded to activity. And you can just also now select it, the preview. It will generate the preview in a moment, and you will be able to see the document also in isetia here. Okay, another question. Question is, from tilos to isetia, we import one time or we can do it update? We can do it update. That's a good question. If the progress here changed, the dates change, you added new activities, let's say, all right? So that you can have it here, new activities. Let's call pier 18. All right, I'm just adding the new activities, pier 18A. And here the drag, and this is the dates. Dates can be, let's say, okay, let's say that this is okay. This is just 1000 start location, and here 1010, right? And now save this file, right? And now we go to here, again upload it. Browse, select the file, all right, this one, and open it. When you upload it, this time the system is asking you information. You have already pier number 1 and pier number 17, and asking you, do you want to change anything on that or keep it as it is? I'm just saying that update it also, because I want to update. You can replace or update. Just update means the dates are going to be updated, so that you can also update the information by entering the that kind of data. All right. Any question? Question is that if we can have it some stage logs. All right, let me just, I think that you are a isetia user. If you are asking this question, stage log, it's the term. Let me show you one thing, which is that also important. This is another example. You can have it section 1, section 2, section 3, section 4. You can see that templates can be different. And here we have the pier 1, pier 2, and pier 5. And you can see that we have pier number 4. And this is red. The reason why it is red is this is the delay on this stage, 4 days. Because in each stage, we can also edit duration of the stage, so that when you open it here, when we go to the stage log, we can also keep history of this activities. It means that this activity, 20 of December 2018, created by check-in and moved from unitilize to piling, and it stay 1 day only in the piling activities. Then piling the pile cap, duration of this was 5 days, but in a 1 day we progress it. Pile cap was a 7 days duration. It means that 7 days we have to be able to complete the pile cap, but it's showing that we did in a 1 day. Something is wrong here also. So that this is not only just a tracking the progress like in Excel, you enter it, but it is also keeping record of history. What's happened on this task, when it's updated, how much information you put it. That kind of informations are very important. In Excel, generally what we do, we are writing in Excel and overwriting, and there is no tracking history, all right? But in enterprise system in isetia, you have control, and you can really look at, and you can see that when the card is come to pier elevation and when move to pier head. So the 4 days delay, 4 days delay, and 12 days delay we have on the activity, so that we are having progress tracking, not only peer start date and peer end date, but also sub status of the work, pile cap, pile, and etc. So this is very important. Who delayed, who didn't delay, which stage we delayed, which stage we didn't delay. You can keep control on that. All right? Do you have any other questions? Okay, question is that if we can load the cost to activities, answer is yes. I don't want to go too much detail on that because I don't have too much detail at the time, but you can see in this example, when you go to expense modules, in the expense module, you can see that this task, which is the peer number 4, has already assigned the concrete, all right? And the budget for is $16,000. And we already use it 7,200, and remaining material is 8,800. So that we have also possibilities of registering the actual cost, actual quantity. It's very powerful. If you want to add actual expenses, you can register quantity, unit price, amounts, and suppliers, units, that kind of thing. So we have also possibilities for registering the cost and income for the construction activities. Any other questions? No question? Okay. If you have no question, thank you very much for your time. Today, I would just try to generally show it. By the way, when you have the view of this progress, possibilities of sending this data to Tilos is the same way, so that you can export the data, all right? When you have it export it in Excel, and using in Excel in the middle, you can also transfer back progress to Tilos. Okay, this is the idea that I plan in Tilos, bring it in isetia, gather the information, send it back to Tilos for analysis, right? And also, there is also, as far as I know, possibilities of the Gantt charts export, so that, let me just simple example to show. These are the plans and actual data. Okay, you can also export it to all the tasks in Excel just by one click. And you can see that we can change the templates, all right? So that you can see that these are the format which is having here. We can edit here field. This is under our control. We can put it for more effort, cost, person complete. This is up to us, that you can just send it the task. The same way we can send it to Tilos. Okay, one last question. The question is it only possible to integrate with Tilos or other planning system? Answer is, well, we are Tilos distributor and we have very good knowledge of Tilos. That's why we are integrated this process with Tilos. But as you see that we are using in the middle for Excel, this is the same. If you have Microsoft project, you can also bring it Microsoft project activities and both sides you can integrate it. Primavera, Power Project, you can use it for other system. By the way, we are using in-a-purposes Excel in the middle to be able to filter, group, and data collected, because we have also possibilities import, export by XML way. But people, our customers are majorly feeling comfortable for using the Excel because they can easily filter, group, and the file and easily. All right? All right then. Thank you very much for your time.
This conference